And let's move on to Group F here, in an exciting group.
This might be the group of death. It's one of these next two groups that we're going to talk about that are just so deep from top to bottom. One of my favorites, the Belgian Red Devils, I think will have a solid handle on it. But again, just a wide open second spot with an older, more experienced team in Croatia, the runners-up in 2018. And a lot of question marks on the Canada and Morocco roster as who can really stand out. And I think Canada has one of the potential breakout stars of this tournament in Kyle Larin.
There's multiple power index floating around, Josh, and they say that Group F is the group of death. So I think you're exactly right with that. One thing I want to say is Croatia, aging team, and you said it best, Josh, when we were talking prior to this video here. You agree with me potentially that Croatia could finish last in this group.
They could. I mean, it's just that I think there might just be too much talent on Canada. Canada and Croatia are really the opposite ends of the spectrum. This is Canada's first World Cup since 1986. A lot of young talent versus an old and experienced team. And that age is still good. Ivan Rakitic still features for Sevilla. Of course, Luka Modric, the number 10, one of the vice captains for Real Madrid. He is still playing at the top of his game, but there might just be too much speed on the Canadian and Morocco squad. But Morocco did have some internal issues, leaving their biggest soccer star possibly ever off of their team, leading to the retirement from international football of Hakim Ziyech.
That's exactly right. All right, so Belgium, we'll talk about them. I mean, this is their golden generation. This could be their last chance to make a run here. And of course, they've been successful in the last couple World Cups. You know, what do you think of Belgium? I believe they'll top the group, and why?
Because I mean, it's just a lot of depth on that team. I still think Thibaut Courtois is one of the best goalies, if not the best, in the entire world. The Golden Glove winner in 2018, helping lead Belgium to their best ever finish at the World Cup, finishing in third place. Eden Hazard's injuries, always going to be a toss-up, but when healthy, he has been nothing short of unstoppable for this Belgian side. And, of course, Romelu Lukaku up front, Yannick Carrasco coming off of the win as well. Another deep team. And really, this is the last chance for that Belgian golden generation. If that group is going to lead themselves to glory, it has to be in Qatar.
It has to be in Qatar. So it's safe to say I think that Belgium will top the group. And then I see John Herman leading Canada to a second place finish in the group to advance to the round of 16. Would you agree, Josh?
I absolutely agree. And I talked a little bit about Kyle Larin before. You may, if you're an MLS fan, you remember him as an absolute star, the first overall pick for Orlando City FC back in 2015 in their first year. One of the best scorers for Orlando City FC in their history, 13 goals in this recent run of qualification. And in every World Cup, there is a guy who makes a big move in the ensuing transfer window based on their performance in the World Cup. It was Keylor Navas and James Rodriguez to Real Madrid back in 2014. The list just goes on. And I think that move could be Kyle Larin. I think this could be his breakout tournament, 26 years old, playing for Turkish giant Beşiktaş right now. He is just a guy with a lot of speed, and he knows how to get to the goal. Really frustrates teams up front. Part of a great upfront partnership with Jonathan David, who plays in Ligue 1 right now. And I think that attack is just going to be too much for the rest of the group. It's a different story if this is 2018 for Croatia or if Ziyech is still playing for Morocco. But I think Canada is going to surprise some people and advance to the knockout stage in their first World Cup in over 40 years.
A team that in the CONCACAF region has gotten the credit, of course, finishing first in the group, but a team that very still, needs to show on the international stage. I think they will. And of course, the players, the cast of players that you just mentioned, led by their coach. One weak point of Canada I want to mention is the back line potentially. That could be their Achilles heel. Players like Steven Vittoria, who's getting up there in age, featuring in a starting role for Canada. Do you think that will really impact this team against the rest of the group?
I don't, because the center backs might not be as strong as some of the other teams, but they do have Alphonso Davies along the wing. He has really emerged as a leader for Canada. He is starting on Bayern Munich, one of the best teams on the planet. And I think his experience in these big games is going to be a huge help for Canada's back line. And that's going to be enough to put them in a second in Group F.
All right, so Belgium, Canada, moving on. Belgium first of the group, Canada second.